Hello, I welcome you back to my channel. My name is Isma Sowankambo, and today I want us to look at the scalping strategy that I believe each and every person can be in position trading with it. So with this trading strategy that we're going to look at, it's actually working for all asset classes or trading securities or tradable security rather. That is something to do with stock. You can use it with the stock markets, you can use it with the forex market, you can use it with the crypto markets, you can use it with the option markets, and quite a number of different asset classes that you can use this particular strategy. So with this particular trading strategy, we're going to be using particularly moving averages. For those of you that I believe have watched I've watched the video that I released looking at basically moving averages. I think this is going to be the best videos. For those that really missed it out, also check up. I'll actually be releasing it, check up. You'll be in position to watch it. So in this video that we're going to see, we're going to look at particularly the scalping strategy, and it will definitely be working with the 5 minutes time frame. That is something to do with each and every candle that is going to be seen in this particular chart will now be at least be having a duration of 5 minutes, and then we shall as well have a clear confirmation before we come to five minutes in a 1 minute time, in a 1 hour time frame. So I believe now we have an insight of what we're going to be in position to be looking at, and definitely have an insight of what is expected to be seen. Now we see that we have the 1 hour time frame, and again we see we will be trading with the 5 minute time frame. So we're going to see the chart practically. We're going to see this on the chart, and then what there would be best samples, okay, all setups for this particular strategy. But again, before we can come on to the chart, let's first see some of the things that we're going to be seeing in this particular video. So we're going to be using the exponential moving averages, that is the 21, 13, and the 8 exponential moving averages. I believe you know what exponential moving averages are, and then they are sometimes abbreviated as EMAs, and then we shall see, and it's in position to work in all currency pairs. So let's get to the chart and see how we can really trade on with this. And please, when you are trading with this particular system, make sure that you abide by the risk management, money management, and then also make sure that you have lessons or clear lessons with clear lessons with the trading psychology. So, and also make sure that you follow the principles, the rules, and definitely that is the rules for the entry and exits that we're going to follow or look at in this particular video. So let's get onto the chart and see how we can definitely do this on our chart. As we reach onto our platform, like we have said, this is my platform. It's the MT4 platform, the usual one that we all know. And apparently, like I've told you, we're going to be working with a couple of moving averages. That is moving averages to do with on the 1 hour time frame, and also the one of 5 minutes. So we're going to be doing the analysis. Okay, now this is what is going to happen. The daily time frame will help us show us to which direction the general trend is going to be. Then it's from this that we now be in position to determine the entry points in 5 minutes time frame. That's why we said that when we are trading in 1 hour time frame, we'll be having 2 moving averages, or 2 EMAs, that is the 21 and also the 8 exponential moving averages, just as you can see them. I believe you can see them properly. So if you can look critically, if you can look critically, you'll notice that the blue line is the 8 moving average, okay, exponential moving average, and the red one is the 21 exponential moving average. And these ones are generally they are generally showing us that the general trend, okay, this particular this particular section, okay, is telling us that the general trend is a downward trend. So after knowing, okay, realizing that it's a general directional movement, how are we in position to spot this? You can spot this basically looking at the principles, okay, used to determine the particulars to which direction the market is going with regards to the moving averages, which I believe we looked at in one of our videos, or in most of our videos. So we can determine to which direction the market is going is basically by definitely, one, there is a crossover that is between the 21 and the 8 exponential moving averages, and these particular crossover, or this particular crossover, is directing the market to the downward side movement, so hence showing us that the market is actually crossing downwards. And then yes, and then if you can look at the 8 is actually crossing the 21 moving EMA, or exponential moving average, from above coming down. Remember, we said the short one always gives us the direction to where the market is going. Reason, because it actually always moves closer to the market as compared to the long exponential moving average, as we looked in most of the previous videos that were concerning or looking at particular moving average. So this is generally showing us that the general trend is actually a downward trend. Now, after knowing where we after knowing where we can tell to which direction the market is generally going, then it's from this point now we need to go to the 5 minutes time frame. Remember that we are using, or we are looking at a strategy for scalping, okay, and this is that reason, or it's one reason as to why we are actually looking for a shorter time frame, which is 5 minutes time frame, because scalpers are fond of actually frequently going in for smaller trades, and hence taking smaller profits but frequently, and it's the reason as to why we need to go to a shorter time frame. So let's get on to 5 minutes and see what we should actually have in place for us to execute a particular order, and where to place our stop loss and where to place our take profit with regards to this strategy. So for those that really don't know what a strategy is basically a set of rules, okay, that basically we should look with regards to our trading indicators, oscillators, or rather indicators, oscillators. Then we execute a particular trade for which will definitely determine the entry exit of a particular setup. So by that we are having a strategy. Now the extended bit of it now will have to come to things, or to issues to do with the system. The system now will tell when should you actually trade, how many trades should you do, what happens when you have executed a trade, and then how should you react if you've lost. What should you do, okay, how many trades should you do in a year, how many trades should you do in a month. So that along comes, or the extended bit, or something more than a system, or trading strategy rather, is now a system. So it's always better to start with a strategy, then after the strategy then you will have a system, okay. A system entails the entire planning, okay, the planning that is before, during, and after. So let's get on to 5 minutes and see what we should see, or what should definitely be expected of 5 minutes for us to execute our particular setup, okay. So let me first wrap this off. Okay, now I can get to 5 minutes. So if you can critically look, the pair that I'm apparently dealing with is it's USDJPY, okay. Here it is 5 minutes, like you can see, okay. Let me try use my pencil. You can see here it's a 5 minutes chart, okay. And now this is the section that I had literally circled, okay, on the daily, on an hourly chart. So which now means that now we should definitely go in. We should now wait for that setup to come that we are going to look at, particularly look for rather in this video, and see. So I'll give you various circumstances where we definitely had to execute our points, because as of now it has surpassed our entry point. But now this is what usually happens. Like I told you in this section, wow, like I told you, the blue line, as I told you, in the 1 hour time frame, we had that is the 21 EMA and then the 8 EMA. Here we are having the 8 EMA, we're having the 13 EMA, and we're also having the 21 EMA. So here, the moment we have spot that the market has a downward trend in 1 hour time frame, what happens is we come to 5 minutes. Like you see, when you reach on your 5 minutes, this is what you're supposed to do. Whenever markets rather approximates the black line. The black line is our 13. The red one is the 8. The black one is the 13, and the red one is the 21. So we're looking at the point whereby market touches, or a particular candle touches the 13 line, okay, which is this we saw, which is this we can see. Now after reaching this point, now you have to slightly come slightly below the blue line, which is our case the 8 moving average, which is at this point, okay, slightly below this point, okay, as the market is still somewhere here. So you can count one candle, or the you can count you can come slightly below the bottom of this candle, or you can count like 1, 2, 3 pips. Like for this case, you can count from definitely 8. From 8 you can count like 3 pips. It's always important for you to count 3 pips, okay? And after the 3 pips, that's the point where, so the candle that touches the 13 line, it's where you're definitely supposed to come. You actually go at its bottom and count 3 pips, okay? 3 pips below should now be your entry point. And then if it's your entry point, this is your entry point, you then have to count 1 pip above, that is above the 21 EMA, and then determine or consider it as your stop loss. Like for this case, I can take like 1 pip. So here I have my entry already, and then I can now determine double this as my take profit, okay? So this is going to be now my take profit, okay? So this strategy is very simple, but if you're a scalper and you're trading with this strategy, I do recommend you to actually trade with a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1, okay? Because you're a scalper and you're expected to have so many trades at the same time. So the same happens if you're as well buying. It's just a matter of you using 3 moving averages, that is the 21, the 13, and the 8 moving average. It is as simple as that. Please, if you have not subscribed and you really develop interest for the for forex trading strategies and forex trading information, please subscribe. And also you can as well do share, and then you can as well do comment. Thank you for liking this, thank you for rather watching this video. Hope it has really been helpful. I really do recommend you guys to trade with this strategy. It is very simple and it's very profitable, okay, especially for scalpers. Now if you're a scalper, you can definitely just take a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1, because in this video I did a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. But if you are a scalper, take a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hope you really this video has been helpful. I do sign out. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.